Sziasztok, Anka vagyok. Nem teljesen ott kezdjük, ahol múlt alkalommal abban maradt az epizód, mert elvesztettük a csatát végül, az utolsó körben. Úgyhogy neki látunk még egyszer. Jelenleg Hulkenberg van a partiban a Magic Knight-tal, Baziliót cseréltem ki rá, illetve voltam közben az akadémián Junának, illetve Mask Dancernek, de in general csak Juna használja, úgyhogy igazából Junának. Hozzá adtam pár accessory-t, például a Savior, ami ugye a Healer archetype-nek a harmadik szintjű archetype-ja, a Ninja, meg volt még pár kettes szintű, illetve Euphának is alkottunk pár tárgyat, amivel például Dark damage-et tudok hozni, illetve, melyik volt a másik? Valamelyik a kettő közül. És ennyi. Ennyit változtattam, meglátjuk, hogy ez elég lesz-e. Nem emlékszem már, hogy melyik... de ezt olvastuk. Ezt olvastuk, mert ez adott tolerancet, és ez adott maximum szintű tolerancet. Igen. Igen, cute animals.
Alright.
Ja, itt már nem kell semmit sem választani, így csak kapjuk a toleranceket. Jéj, nagyon jó.
With the protection of the royal magic gone, the tournament for the throne escalates. Those who would turn the tide with military might are spurred by opportunity. The party stands in the way of Rudolph's Gauntlet Runner as he continues to hunt monsters as a display of his power.
Oh, hell! Rude battle station!
Igen, megtaláltuk.
Let's do it.
Bazília nagyon lelkes, de hát kivettem a partiból, úgyhogy...
I can't say I expected you would be the one to come to me. You're but a wretched little elder, impersonator of those who would rule you.
Ezt már végighallgattuk egyszer.
Try a bit of this! As moth to a flame!
You want the tribes even more divided?
Let's set it up!
I won't let that happen!
Let's go!
You hit their weakness!
I've
That's your
got
opening,
just
Captain!
Nice.
Behold this power!
You hit their weakness!
This is the poor
Don't let up
souls
now,
of
Lisa.
kings. Give me strength.
Eupha hit their weakness!
Egyelőre jól kezdődik, aztán majd kiderül, hogy ez így is marad el.
It's okay. Let's work together!
Már csak kettő körünk van. Ez szomorú.
Take my power!
Impossible! This calls for an igniter! Don't you underestimate me!
Only a flesh wound.
Damn it!
Jó, ez eddig jó.
Captain, your
I
attacks
call
have been
upon a
weakened!
royal soul! Going for the weak spot! Every summoner, let us combine our powers! Strike!
Yeah! Eupha hit their weakness!
For all that we strive for!
Let's take Wizard!
Hit their weakness! That's your
Watch
opening,
me.
Captain! Freeze over! Hit their weakness!
This is
Don't let us down, Juna!
Heed me!
Úgy emlékszem, hogy az előző alkalommal is valahogy így alakult, hogy körökön keresztül
Is that all?
nem sebeztek sokat, meg eltaláltak a weakness-eket, aztán egyszer csak így
Witness!
bum.
Whoever sidestepped it! She's doing great!
Így van, szép dodge, Eupha.
Oh, power of heroes!
Thank you.
I am grateful.
Thanks!
Lawless studs!
We'll We'll do this together.
Let's go!
You hit their weakness!
Az 1400 damage az azért csodálatos.
I pray you're ready. Come forth now.
Eupha hit their weakness!
Magic
Damn
light!
you!
A mystic that helped.
Let's end this.
Don't you
Az Aoi ellen
Damn it!
nincs értelme.
Come forth, royal soul.
Túlságosan jó ez a szintéző skill ebben a fightban.
This is what I need! Freeze over and hit their weakness!
I can do
Don't let
this.
them down!
Heed me!
Yeah! Eupha hit their
I
weakness!
stand ready. Join with me.
Let's do this.
Thanks. Thank you.
I knew you'd help. Wizard!
Damn you!
Lightning! Let's
Majdnem,
end this.
majdnem.
This calls for an igniter!
Így kezdtétek a fightot, igen.
Only if this is nothing.
Witness restore!
Here they come.
Hulkenberg, your attack powers drop! Descend as a storm!
Oi! You alright, old man? Wanna leave a nasty scar, that?
Oké, ez sokkal egyszerűbben ment, mint az előző. Mondjuk most nem is foglalkoztam a két kis sidequick-kel, csak Rudolffal. Lehet, hogy ez volt a kulcsa.
Ah, you! Silence! Even the Parapus would pity me now! I will not suffer such shame!
That right? Suit yourself, I suppose. But if you ask me, thinking like that's way more exhausting than it's worth. We come from
Egyetértek?
two tribes, but that don't have to mean anything else. We're different, that's all. And I don't see why different folks can't meet in the middle, eh?
Nem hiszem, hogy bármi hatással lennénk rá, Basilio, de azért szép
Tis as
próbálkozás.
Basilio says, and you've been defeated. Dismount from your gauntlet runner and renounce your campaign for the throne.
Ó, kaptunk tőle fegyvert is.
Heights.
Nagyon jó,
I'll strive
nagyon
for
jó.
greater heights.
Ah, I didn't know I had...
Does it seem that I've grown stronger?
Ez, igen, változatlan.
Well, that settles that!
Good work. We finished our objective, so let's get back to town. Let's. Ó, Katerina. Közben eszembe jutott, hogy elméletileg... Ó, Csona is elérhető. Neuras is Alonzo is elérhető. What? Igen, közben eszembe jutott, hogy egyébként még egyszer sem néztük meg, hogy mi van a Magic Shopban. Ezzel az upgrade-del, amit a 7-es szinttel kaptunk. És biztos, hogy most Alonzohoz fogok menni, mert nagyon érdekel, hogy mi lesz ennek a vége. Túlélte valahogy, amiben kételkedem, mert ott álltunk tőle 1 méterre. Vagy küldött nekünk üzenetet valakivel, amivel utólag elmagyarázza, hogy ez miért volt jó, vagy levelet hagyott.
What would you like?
He told me to sell you my special goods, the ones I don't show to normal customers. Oké. Mi ez a valuable item? Oh, reduces turn icon cost of synthesis. Ez nagyon jó. Dodger ring, deplete all of an enemy's turn icons. Oh. Aha.
Understood.
Ez Hazatérésnek túlságosan jó. Ugye neki van a legnagyobb esélye dodge-olni mindig. Releases. Lava krisztál. Oh, all enemies. Nice. All enemies. Alrighty, van bármi eladni valónk? Nincsen. Jó, nem éppen van a visszatöltő itemek, de szerintem így is megérte. Szóval... The fuck? Alonzo is executed. It's not possible for me to hear Alonzo's voice, and yet somehow he comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. Hogyne. Te nem Alonzo vagy. I've been looking all over for you. There was a deeper meaning to Alonzo's sacrifice, and I would have you know the whole truth of it. Oké, reménykedtem valami hasonlóban. Alonzo said he was going all in on you, so I did too. On the new world you're going to create. Okay. You're familiar with the tavern he used to frequent, yes? The place I first broke the news to him. Let's talk there. He actually asked that it be the venue, and I mean to honor his request. Okay.
Allow me to introduce myself once again. My name is Dataran. I'd like to thank you for your assistance.
What assistance?
Right then, where shall I begin?
Nem tudom, de valahol kezd el nagyon gyorsan.
The execution was proposed by Alonzo himself. He agreed to bear the weight of my crimes and die with them.
Igen, ezt kitaláltuk.
That is, under one condition. He had me declare my support for your candidacy by naming you as the key figure who put an end to the people's suffering.
Szóval nem volt semmi terve a háttérben húzódó mindenféle kizsákmányolás, meg fenyegetés ellen. Annyi, hogy majd a főszereplőnkből egyszer király lesz, és akkor ennek véget vet. Ennyi. Wow. Hát jó volt, többre számítottam.
And in doing so, Alonzo would accomplish his goal, to bring you great renown.
De már így is másodikak vagyunk a listán, és ennél nem mehetünk jelenleg feljebb, szóval nem érte meg.
Why would he go through with that?
Perhaps it was meant to be a form of atonement. By giving you recognition and building your reputation, he could pave you a path to the crown. He truly believed that you could change the world.
Yay!
Alonzo entrusted me with this letter, or rather, with his last words.
Oké, akkor beszélgetünk valakivel róla, és levél.
I wager you must be furious with me. I'm sorry I didn't let you in on the plan. I knew you would be against it.
Így van.
Believe it or not, I considered myself a just person. My cons were always in the service of a greater good. I convinced myself that it was all for my hometown, for my mother. But that pretense crumbled away, along with her life. I realized everything I'd done was out of my own selfish desires. Such a man ought to die. So, I found a way to make a worthy end of it.
Nem értek egyet.
Come to think of it, death, too, is perhaps its own selfish escape. When you stopped me, I could finally confront that about myself. The truth of the matter is, I like lying. I like tricking people. Perhaps I never needed to be a good person. On the day of my execution, you'll be lauded as a hero, and everyone in attendance will be none the wiser about my deception. Yes? Before long, you'll ascend to the throne, and the world will become a slightly better place. All thanks to my lies.
Így is fel lehet fogni.
I've done far too much wrong in my life. But in my final moments, I will become the kind of person I've always aspired to be. I owe it all to you, even though I know this wasn't the conclusion you wished for. You have my gratitude.
I can sense Alonzo's genuine interest and affection in his unadorned words of thanks.
The devious schemer, Alonzo, keeper and heritor of the Faker's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of his newfound powers, work to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Remember your promise. Become
Become
the king.
Trickster. Ennél sokkal jobb konklúzió lett volna, hogyha túléli. Mint az, hogy nincs a tervem, csak te. És egyébként nem ad hozzá semmit a sztorihoz jelen szinten, mert mint oké, extra támogatás, de hogy értitek.
Are you all right?
Nope.
No. I'm distressed.
I'm sure you must be. But Alonzo believed you could bring about a better future.
És igen, képesek is vagyunk rá.
You there! Bring him what we've discussed.
Még valami? Ugye nem akarsz leítatni? Wow.
This is Alonzo's fortune. Though half of it was pinched from my coffers. Still, the fact that he managed to steal all this is quite impressive.
What are you planning to do with it?
Rest assured, I won't be taking it with me. Not after all that's happened. Alonzo intended to give this money to his village, but he was terribly distraught when they wouldn't accept it.
Oh, miért nem?
However, if you, the hero, were to give them the money, that'd be a different matter. Might you donate his fortune in your name?
Hogy nem?
All right. I'll do it.
Thank you. He'll rest easier, knowing it was you. I'll make arrangements for a coachman to transport this to the village. Until then, his property shall be in my care. Come speak with me once you've arrived. I ask this of you in his stead.
This one's important.
Hogy ez konkrétan egy küldetés. Ha beérünk a faluba és Alonzo ott fog minket várni.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Akkor nem tudom, hogy örülni fogok neki, vagy felhúzom magam rajta. Brigitte, send me a letter. Ó, igen, veled is fejlődni kellene. De hát előtte meg kell közdenünk Louisszal.
Right there.
És majd utána, mert valamilyen módon lesz egy utána.
Shall we?
Ó, hogy most még szabad napunk van. Hi!
What is it?
You cretin. I never wanted to lay eyes upon your visage again, but like a gentleman I kept my word. I've informed my supporters I relinquish my bid for the throne. In any case, if I couldn't fail you, I could never defeat Louis. No, in truth, I knew I was bested from the start. What chance had I against the sheer might of Louis? But in my pride, I couldn't bring myself to admit it. Okay.
What is it?
Hopp, és el is tűntek innen a renörök, már mind Miloé volt itt, illetve az övé még mindig itt van. Valami miatt. Oké. Kérem a Eupha és Basilio. Euphának mi lesz a következő? 5-ös Summoner, Devil Summoner. És Basiliónak 4-es. Jó, akkor jelenleg menjünk Euphával.
What can I do?
Próbáljuk meg kideríteni, hogy mi is zajlik pontosan itt a templom alak sorában. Azon kívül, hogy az ott lévő betegek saját magukat betegítik meg még jobban.
Thank you very much. Let us pause.
Something's amiss? Oh, Eupha! It's her, but shamelessness.
Truly.
Pardon? Mit kentek ránk a távolétünkben? Don't play us for fools. We know this is all you're doing, Pagan. Of course.
Oi!
Where did you take Sanctor Hypheric and the sick ones? Hogyan rabolhattunk volna el ennyi személyt egyszerre, nélkül, hogy észrevettétek volna? Főleg ez a páros, a heterokrómiával rendelkező Elda, illetve a Mastari, és mindkettőnket egy félvárosnyiról kiszúrnak, szóval...
What?
You don't say.
You don't know where they are? I heard what happened. You insulted Sanctism, and Sanctor Hyperic was in a righteous rage. És? No, you've misunderstood. I just wanted to help those people in the cellar. Igen, de számukra nem így csapódik le, Eupha. Eupha, are you a bad person like everyone says? I just want Mama back. Give her back, please. Do you people have no hearts? They called you minions of the devil, but now I believe it. Oh, ezért Devil Summoner a következő archetype. That illness is pagan handiwork for certain.
No, we mustn't yield.
Wait, please. I just want to talk with you all. Eupha, let's leave. Bizony jobb, ha most... Igen. Úgyse hallgatnának ránk. Are you alright?
That's true, but...
I should be the one asking you that. Weren't you scared?
Thank you very much.
Thank you for asking. I can't believe they treated you as badly as they did me. If anything had happened to you, well, I would have had to cast a lifelong curse on them. Inkább ne. Hey, wouldn't actually do that. Ne is emleges ilyeneket. Ó, az a csunáról egy poszter a háttérben. But I did truly fear the look in their eyes. I understand being worried for those who have disappeared, yet this was altogether different. When they started crowding me, I could see the distortion of Magla around them. I hesitated to give voice to this, but it felt like a possession.
But then...
But what can I do to help when they see me as some sort of great enemy?
Listen.
Let's try to figure something out. You always seem so unshakably optimistic. And your conviction? How are you the way you are? Én vagyok a főhős.
Oh.
I never feel any sense of hesitation from you. I really admire that. I worry constantly and I'm always looking for answers.
No.
Everyone worries and everyone wants answers to the unknown. Really? I always feel like I'm the only one who's confused and feeling helpless. Eventually, I accepted that it was simply my fate to never change. My destiny was to be born a priestess and die as one. But now, I've started to think my fate might be in my own hands. Maybe I can bend chance to my will. Nagyon creepy a harmadik szem, ahogy így folyamatosan néz ránk. After all, it was by chance that I met Ovi and Hyperic, yet now I care deeply about what happens to them. If my feelings can be altered so dramatically, then my destiny may be one of change and transformation after all.
I do believe...
And now I want to transform into a source of strength for Ovi and Hyperic.
Yeah.
Then let's get out there and help them.
Thank you very much.
Let's start the search for Hyperic and those who were sick. I can sense Eupha's deep gratitude and determination.
The old, cowardly me is no more.
I'm sure we could find clues at the church, but we can't get close to it right now. It's nearly night anyway, so let's come back another day. I'll try to come up with a plan by then. Okay. Arra nem is emlékszem, hogy... Oké, Euphának 6-os szint kell a következő archetype-hoz. Van report... Neurasszal van a küldetésünk, igen.
What now?
Ez a mage. Ez a faker, neki 14-es, és a trickstert tudná. Defense. Transfer mana to one ally. May inflict days on all enemies. Debilitate. This unpredictable physical slash damage to one enemy. És igen, 6-os szint kell. Akkor, mint megtudtuk a Devil Summonerhez. Ami a Summon Fairy. Hát jó. Szóval a körből van még egy Heat Racer, amit mondjuk kiszedhetnénk, mert az jó. Az 15-ös szint, és most 11-esen vagyunk. Van még egyáltalán itemünk? Valamennyi van.
Isn't that...
Igen, akkor elérhető Jonah, elérhető Neuras, elérhető Katarina. Reduces prices az City General Store. Jó, neked 5-ös lesz, szintén Persona Master. Brigittával miért nem? Akkor ugyanúgy, mint Barton, egyelőre nem tudunk velük fejlődni, ami szomorú. Menjünk Neurashoz, mert úgyis leadandó küldetés. Jaj, mindig elfújra szokbantok be ide. time for a surprise inspection by yours truly. Have you two found anything of interest on your travels? Hát, hogyne? I handed Neuras something I had no use for anyway. Strange little curio this. Its mechanism looks quite crude. No, wait a second.
I see.
This one looks to have a little what's it just here. Don't tell me. It can be this simple.
Genius.
Spot on. My dear little bundle of joy, how I've been waiting to meet you. It really was a relic, huh? And naturally, this is where it connects to the other. I suppose that confirms the hypothesis.
Oh! Eureka!
Inspiration strikes! An absolute corker of an inspiration! It's all thanks to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Köszi az itemeket. We have picked up quite a few now. You think we're close to finishing it? Not quite yet. There's 2 left. The old goat's notes marked a full set at 8 pieces. And out of those 2, one is... fogalmunk sincs hol.
Hey.
Say, would you mind joining me in a short joint somewhere? One thing, but a moment. But where? Home. Ah. We teleported back to Grand Rad, whereupon Neuras took us to a corner of the city, to the garage of his mansion. Hey, this place isn't so much a house as it is a gauntlet runner garage, no? Did you actually sleep here? Indeed. I slept 8 and woke up next to the old girl. Isn't that the stuff of dreams? So it was here all along. I knew it. És addig miért nem találtad akkor meg? Yes, that's the ticket. Fits right into the rest. Well, how now? I find the relic in my own home.
The truth is...
You know, there was an odd little dimple on the last relic. I told you before, didn't I, that back when I was a lad, I found a similar bit of rubbish on my fossil hunts. I realized this relic here, the one from my boyhood, was an exact match for the curious little shape made by the rest. Hence our discreet little scavenger hunt.
That's the ticket!
So I tried seeing if the pieces connect and fizz bang pow! Perfect fit! It's a heavy burden to bear, being this generation's greatest mind.
Incredible.
And you're a legendary sloth to boot. Don't stop there, lad, tell me more of my legends. Az csak 5? Vagy még a kezedben van a 6? Vagy hánynál tartunk most? Been quite a while since I was here last. The nostalgia raider gets to a chap. This used to be my whole life. This is where I dreamed of the skies. It's where my dream was born, where I strove for those heights, and where it all came crumbling down. When Halkenberg dragged me out of my workshop, well, never thought I'd actually find my wings. Coming on this journey with all of you has changed me for the better, and I'll stick with you till the end, you hear. I'll be counting on you even after this journey ends. Right, well, suppose I'd better live a long and healthy life then. This battle is just a midpoint, what? It's never a dull moment with you chums. I'm looking forward to more days of adventure. I can feel Neuras' extraordinary trust in me as an ally.
My heart's pounding and my soul's ablaze.
But if there's only one more component, where's the safety mechanism? No, too early to say without actually seeing it first. In any case, just one more to go. We've come this far, so we've got to finish it now. I know you can do it.
This one's important.
What?
What was that noise? There's not many folks who live on the street in this part of town. Just the wind, my girl. Just the wind. Biztos, hogy nem.
Right then.
I'm going to clean up a bit first, grab some things, and go. You two head back to the runner first, eh? I'll be along shortly. Cseppet sem gyanús. Whatever you say, just make sure to come back before it gets late. Ki lakik még a házadban? We're as prepared as we can be, and tomorrow's the big day. We'll be up against Louis, and this time he'll be ready and waiting for you. Captain, surely you have reservations about this. Forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn, but is your mind truly clear of doubt? I mean to say, if you strike down a man who is not your true enemy, will you truly be able to call yourself a righteous prince? De mi az, hogy nem az ellenségem? Hát hogy ne lenne az ellenségem, Ismét?
It'll be fine.
My heart is clear. I know what must be done. Then I am glad to hear it. I challenge you on this only because I think it foolish to be brought to a standstill by it. Ez mondjuk egy jogos pont. I do not believe Louis is innocent in the slightest. On the contrary, in but a few months, he has slain the king and your comrade besides. Is it any wonder that people seek to end his life? He has lived by a doctrine of power, and his every step has been in service of that purpose. He sealed his fate, and you, as a contender for the throne, should not waste time deliberating over whether such an ideology is fit to rule. Is that not so?
It'll be all right.
You are already in second place in this contest. Countless people have thrown their support behind you. Never forget that. Nem fogom. Ismét made a pretty good point. If we're going to take back the country, you can't let any self-doubt stop you in your tracks here.
You can't lose.
Everything we've done has been for this day. So let's take it all in and stick it to Louise, for Ella and Graves and everyone we lost. De már benne sincs a felsorolásban.
Yeah.
Let's do it! That's the spirit. All the pain we've endured will be your power in the end. I don't want a king who believes might makes right. There's no reason you can't be a contender yourself. And now that you've declared yourself the prince, it's not like you can afford to fall on your face in front of everyone anyway. Na igen. Okay.
That reminds me.
Neuras apparently wants to make some kind of grand entrance into Grand Thread with the Skyrunner. Nyilvánvalóan, hát ahogyan először meglátták a Runnert, ugyanazzal a hatással kell visszamennünk Grand Threadba vele. Despite everything is going on, that's his biggest priority. But maybe that's exactly what we need to make this work. Well then, let's get a full night's rest so that we're ready for tomorrow. Remélem még archetypokkal tudok mukkolni a csata előtt.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's finally here.
So we set off for the royal capital and the decisive battle of our lives. I am a little disappointed. I had just begun to grow accustomed to the cold. I cannot say the same. Regardless, we've done all that we can here. Let us depart with our heads held high, yes? Neuras sure seems thrilled about arriving by the sky instead of teleportation magic. All it takes is a day to get there from here. We'll have them city folks shaking in their boots. Let's meet at the runner once we've polished off breakfast.
At last, only a day remains.
Whatever Louis throws at us, this is where we end it. Between him and the criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
Nah, he just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in first place right now. Not much he stands to gain from subterfuge. but I'll admit I have my own suspicions.
What? Losing your nerve, old fella?
Wow!
Me? I'm ready to lay the bastard out. I owe him at least one solid whack in the face from our Del.
You can start with one for Del. Give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it.
Rella said as much too. About the country being overrun with hordes of humans. That might be his real aim.
De azt továbbra sem értjük, hogy miért.
Though I can't for the life of me think why Louis would want that. I thought
Igen.
he'd made his name as this grand human slayer.
At the very least, we know that Louis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Rella. We've got to win this. For everyone's sakes.
Szegény Del ebből a felsorolásból is kimaradt.
You would pursue peril.
Great. Let's...
The stage is set for the decisive battle to take place in Grand Trad. And so the gauntlet runner takes to the sky. He does not return within the hush of teleportation magic as a mere wanderer, but with the fanfare required of one who would claim to be prince. He is a boy no more. He stands now on equal footing with Louis, and his triumphant descent over the capital will finally make that known, whether or not his gambit is only a means to an end.
He's here! Wow! It's really him!
Welcome back!
Your Highness!
Hát én valami látványosabbra számítottam, bevallom őszintén.
It's His Royal Highness, the Prince. We've been waiting for you. Go and teach that damn Louis a lesson.
Nagyon szeretnék visszamenni ahhoz a hölgy NPC-hez a fő utcán, aki folyamatosan azt mondogatta, hogy Delda.
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Louis to win.
Wow.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still, suppose it makes sense.
Yeah.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Louis, the prince has faithful supporters.
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's. After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Teljesen jogosan, én is. És csodálom, hogy erre nem gondoltatok előbb.
Louis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
He's the boy with a saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine. If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Louis?
Hát, te mindenféleképpen.
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop at Louis. You've got to kill all the idiots who believe in him. They're not right in the head.
Igen, megjelentek a szélsőségesek.
That right?
you're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels. Not ever getting better.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward, after he arranged all this too.
True enough. If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Probably going for another big, grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
Don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
Over there! His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived!
Már egy ideje, de kösz, hogy észrevetted.
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room. We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the room.
Let's head to the hushed honeybee inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
Hogyne, vigyük össze az egész tömeget a honeybee-hez. Aha.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
Aww.
Thanks for helping, Maria. We couldn't have done it without you.
I tried my very, very best.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
Aww.
It's finally happening.
We've got to win this. For Grius' sake, too.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible to save His Highness the Prince, after all, and he now lives.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make this easy on us.
Nem, de erre fel voltunk készülve.
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself. Every man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
Ott vannak a rajzok, amiket hoztunk az utazásainkról.
Not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support.
Így van. Ami én leszek, meg nem gondoltatok arra, hogy a herceget az igazi herceget senki nem fogja támogatni. De mondjuk megkoronázhatnak, és utána átadhatom, lemondhatok egy napon belül, és átadhatom, I guess.
Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped to dangerous passions. When the dust settles...
Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill. Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and then worry of what comes after. We must believe in all we've yet accomplished.
This should be our last battle against Luis. I'm just trying to stay hopeful, knowing how far we've come. Now you've awoken your archetype, forged friendships, and taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
It's been an honor to serve.
Well, listen to you sounding like a proper hero. I suppose the prince thing is rubbing off on you.
Hát nyilván.
But it takes me back. If the prince could see you now, he'd be pretty proud of you, don't you think?
Biztos vagyok benne. továbbra is remélem, hogy valaki közben szépen lassan adagolja neki, hogy mi minden történt az elmúlt évek alatt, de lehet, hogy bőven elég, ha csak az elmúlt pár hónapot említi.
I mean, you and he were best friends.
Mire fel a múlt idő? Elméletileg még mindig azok vagyunk.
Best friends. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yes, we were best friends. What of it?
Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me.
Mi az, hogy ne is törődjünk ezzel, Galika?
Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end for Luis. Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right?
Yep. I can sense Galika's strong determination and resolve.
It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
Right. Let's get some rest. We'll need it come tomorrow. It's been a while.
So?
The best way to get prepared for tomorrow is by getting some rest. És archetype-okat intézgetni. Erre még mindig nem lehet elmenni. Hát jó. Nem repült be közben egy bogár? Vagy itt éppen összeszedtük az összeset. Oké, nem engedi a játék, hogy kimenjek. Szóval mit tudunk Louisról?
Keep this to yourself.
Fire, Ice, Electric és Wind. Jó. Unknown Monstrous Power, amivel semmit nem fogunk kezdeni. Oké, mi ráadásul ezek ellen erősek vagyunk a Wizardon, úgyhogy az jó lesz. Halkenbergnek lesz gond az Electric. Ismétnek is az Electric. Juna is erős mindkettő ellen, és Euphának pedig az Ice. Ismélyen van egy Electric Dodge, egy Evasion Increase, illetve szerintem ezt átcserélem. Az Almighty, ez biztos, hogy ütni fog. Strength, Endurance. Strength, Magic. És mondjuk Wizard helyett, ha egy Savior teszünk, az... Van Fatal Attack, van Spark Battle, Heavy HP Recovery, Heavy Magic, Light Damage. Mit tud a ninja? Az inherited skill-eken mindjárt dolgozunk még. Aha, ezzel a kombóval Basilion nincsen szintézis. Strollon lenne. Basilionnak mivel van szintézise? Warrior, Brawler, Gunner, Faker, Summoner. Hát... És tudunk is egyet hozzáadni, egy új skillt, max mana. Azt hiszem, a Lucky Find-re jelenleg nem lesz szükségünk, ez a harchoz. Removes all debuff. Uh-oh. Ez nem jó.
All right.
Igen, veled nem igazán tanultunk meg semmi újat, az a helyzet. És egyébként... Itt van szintézis. Itt az összes szintézis megvan. Majdnem az összes szintézis megvan. És valamennyi azért itt is van. Oké, próbáljuk meg ezzel a felállással. Remélhetőleg a kontrollerem is bírni fogja addig.
Good night.
Good night. More, hagyj aludni. Ez egy fontos.
At long last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies.
Oh, fuck.
Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Oh, no. Szóval amíg mi harcolunk Louisszal, ti addig mentek meggyilkolni az igazi herceget? Remek. Szerencsétlennek nem csoda, hogy még neve sincsen, valóban nem szerepel sokat a játékban, pedig miatta indult az egész sztori. Kind of.
Where was he hiding? Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village, erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this place is...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
Hogy Fordent is volt okunk utálni, nagy mértékben, csak éppen nem tudtuk róla, hogy ő volt az, aki felégette a falut. Aha.
You knew then.
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gambit.
És nagyon jól működött 10x évig.
The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
What? Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Forden did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known.
És nem járt sikerrel.
The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece. Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Yeah.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for an opportunity to test this newfound power.
Now, the battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparations. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
Uh-oh. Ugyanezzel akarsz minket is megátkozni, amivel Rella átkozta volna maga a herceget, ha nem szakítják meg közben.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
Yes, of course.
No hesitation at all. You've really grown out there.
But you have to come back, no matter what. Okay?
Ezt egy párszor már megígértük neked. És továbbra is szeretnénk betartani.
My mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then. Now we have the power to see this through.
Let's get out there, thrash him, and come back here to celebrate.
Tökéletes terv. Benne vagyok.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown. Let's pull ourselves together, ready our supplies, and give him hell.
Let's head there.
Can we talk?
Just
most még van szabad időnk. Oh, well.
He doesn't look like a
Well, stranger things have happened.
Hello,
If I may.
Well, whoever's coming next.
Well then, if you say...
Nem is erre kellett volna jönnöm.
all right then. Go. Hello.
Hi! Láttalak ám a tömegben.
Come off it.
Louis or an elder pretending to be the prince? Are these two all we have to choose from? I would hardly call it a choice. We're only in this mess because of all the outstanding candidates have died. We need to start the contest over. Ok.
I love it.
He doesn't look like a prince to me.
Mentek egyet itt is, csak hogy ne kelljen a cutscene-eket végignéznünk, hogyha kiderül, hogy teljesen használhatatlan az a csapat, ami jelenleg be van állítva.
Hello.
You bloody fool!
This heat is insufferable.
I'm in trouble. I'm chuffed.
Ready?
It's time for our showdown. Yes, always ready. Wow, ez aztán a közönség.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are.
De mindenki a te arcodat és hangodat ismeri, szóval így benne ragadtál a munkában, vagy mi történt, Batlin?
I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me!
Csodálatos hozzáállás.
As a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight. Woo! Live free, Crier! Fight the power! Very good. Let's begin, shall we? The day of judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince.
Azért ennél jóval több mindent csináltunk az elmúlt pár hónapban, és ezt nagyon jól tudod. Ennél sokkal jobban is beharangozhattál volna minket.
The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
A király orra majdnem hozzáér a földhöz.
Your Highness, you can win! Give Luis the boot!
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
Beautiful florist.
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Mindjárt beteleportál, mert mint kiderül, valamiért ő is képes rá.
There's no way he'd run away from this. Anytime now. Anytime.
Itt is van. Nem teleportál.
It's Luis's gauntlet runner! And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
Luis.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis.
Annyira Luis, igen. Annyira szórakoztató, hogy itt a Luis egyedül, az enyém az egész világposztban, mellette meg mi, egy csapat, akiből jelenleg csak 5-en látszódunk. Ezzel mit is keresünk itt pozzal, kivéve talán Csunát, mert Csuna nyilvánvalóan úgy áll, ahogy egy közönség előtt kell.
Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands, closest to the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate, he who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress Juna among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne.
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failures. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed.
Ezt mondd hangosabban, hogy ő is hallja.
You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
Igazából ezek mindegyikét.
The power to rule everything.
Exactly right. Power.
But the true value of power will always lie in the power to save. Such thinking is easily dismissed, but Louis is misguided.
Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
Power! My Lord Louis, kill him now! Only the strong can rule!
Your Highness, show us your power!
Gravedigger! Nem tudom, honnan tudjuk ránézésre, hogy ez az ember egy sírásó, de...
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
Nem, majd csak utána.
We have only one thing to say.
És ki... Miért? Stroll? Hey! Amúgy... ez... A többi cutscene-nél is frusztrált egy kicsit, hogy ilyenkor sosem a főszereplő, hanem vagy Stroll, vagy Hulkenberg, de inkább Stroll az, aki előrelépés beszél.
Wake up! Louis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this! Louis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter.
Mi a célunk egyébként most ezzel a kis szócsatával? A perkben úgyis eldönt mindent.
I desire but one thing. A world without inequality. And I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world!
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words.
Az elmúlt pár hónap elég éles bizonyíték mellettünk. Valljuk be.
Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
The time has come. We're finishing this, here and now. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Face me!
No. Reach. Heat evasion decrease.
I'll show you the essence I won't hold back!
Valószínűleg semmire sem lesz gyenge.
Who should I beat up? Godless place instant.
Igen, a világ összes törnékonja, ami most annyira nem sok. Szép dodge, szép dodge.
I must ninja.
Biztos vagyok benne, hogy most nem fog működni az Insta-kill.
This should suffice.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You defy the rule of strength, then die by it.
Ja, de elég szépen sebzünk rá.
Staying closing in. Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Medium physical. Heavy physical to all enemies.
Get wrecked! I will annihilate you!
Too slow.
Ott volt egy dodge. Oké.
We can do this!
Quite a boon.
That helped.
I owe you one.
There is no escape from me.
Raging fire!
We settle this
To the
here.
rear. You better be ready.
Can you endure it? I strike to kill!
But what? I see your
That's
game.
finesse. Beautiful dodge, Ismét.
Oké, nagyon bejön ez a dodge stratégia. Hogy az elektrik az miért lila? Ezt nem tudom.
Kings. Ninja. There's a
Still.
better way. Ninja.
Nem kritel. Szomorú.
Better be. We'll do this together.
Get him!
You defy the rules.
Annyival nem sebez többet.
Die by it.
Nem, ez...
Purify!
Ó, az szép
I
sebzés
will
volt.
annihilate you! Can you endure it?
Igen, megint bejött az electric dodge.
All right. Here I go.
Ó, igen. Neked nincsen szinted is. Skilled jelenleg.
You think ninja? Fortifying.
Thanks.
That helped us out.
Let's go. Is there another way? I'm counting on you.
Now for a grand maneuver.
One time weakness to dark, one time weakness to ice.
Fall!
Great job, Juna. Now they're weak to something new.
Can you endure it? I strike to kill!
So you're strong!
I strike to kill!
I see your game.
Oké, az a dodge az nagyon kellett.
Here I go.
My son, I'll use what I must. Some darker
Their
arts.
weakness. Nice
I will come
move,
forth,
Ismét.
royal soul, with healing power.
Much thanks.
Thank you.
I owe you one.
We settle this
What I
here.
need. Maybe I'll show you. This might sting.
You defy the rule of strength, then die by it.
Oké, úgy néz ki,
Annihilate you!
ez egy lassú, de stabil harc lesz, amíg elő nem szed valami
Accept my challenge.
instakillt a
I strike to kill!
zsebéből.
Accept my challenge.
What is this?
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing
Now
you down,
accept your
Captain.
fate. This should suffice.
That helped.
That helped us out.
Basilio!
We settle this
Thanks for
here.
your attack power.
Here.
Quite a boon.
Oké, jó, hogy hoztuk ezt a skillt.
Masked dancer! Going for the weak spot!
Okay. All right. Holds are closing in.
Come here!
Get wrecked!
Can you endure it? I strike to kill!
Too slow.
Oké, nagyon szép dodge-ok vannak itt.
Wizard! We're not out of this yet.
My thanks.
That helped.
That helped us out.
There is no escape from
Watch
me.
me!
Stay in safe place instant. All right.
Burn. Nem tudom, hogy amúgy hatásos lehet ellene a burn, vagy egy poison, vagy egy hex.
It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims. Then I need not hold back either.
Igen, valami hasonlótól féltem.
I will annihilate you. Can you endure it? I strike to kill.
That's finesse! Beautiful dodge, Ismét!
Ninja!
Így van, beautiful dodge, Ismét.
Missed?
Uh-oh.
Defy the rule of strength. I won't die by it.
Didn't work? Don't get sloppy, Captain.
Hoppá! Mi történt? Mi történt, hogy mindenünk misszelt? Ráadásul ugye le is volt véve az agility-je. Ott dupla dodge. Nagyon jó. Hé, Basilia is dodge-olt, Kalika.
This might sting!
Stay insane in a berserker. Don't be scared.
We settle this
Face
here.
me! Rancor!
There is no
By
escape
this
from
power.
me.
Majd rajta egy negét? Nincs negét. Akkor nem tudom. Ja jó, találunk, csak akkor pont bejött egymás után két miss.
Annihilate you. Can you endure it?
Too slow. That's finesse! Beautiful dodge, Ismét!
I call upon a royal soul!
Look here!
Great job, Juna!
We settle this
Now
here.
to
The front. You better be ready.
Be not. Oh, power of
There's
kings!
no weakness!
It's okay.
Nice move,
Let's go.
Ismét!
Lightning!
Can you endure it?
Nice one, Captain!
Jéj, dupla dodge.
Hold this power!
Oké, úgy néz ki, hogy egy nagyon stabil csapatot hoztunk ezzel össze, aminek nagyon örülök.
Then die by it.
Ninja!
Basilio lassan kifogy a manából, de az még egy jó kör.
We settle this here.
We can do this.
Much thanks.
Csak a biztonság kedvéért hílelünk egyet.
I will annihilate you. Can you endure it? I strike to kill.
You.
Come, accept my challenge.
So annoying.
Na, tanult és nem támadta Ismét.
Dancer!
No!
Good. Very good. Yours is a worthy power, one untainted by petty tactics or cheap tricks.
Hát, ha a dodge-nak a túlhasználását nem veszed figyelembe, akkor egyetértek.
However,
Aha. Még több actionod lesz egy körben?
magnificent. You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
Aha. What?
Humankind?
Because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction.
Erre rájöttünk.
No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
Erre is.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
A párbajnak itt vége? Akkor most egy mese délután tartunk helyette?
Eupha! Don't humor him!
De senki sem humorizástról!
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race, now lost. Wielders of true magic. The modern age saw them called elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
Oké, szóval az Elda nem a 8 törzsből az egyike, hanem konkrétan a túlélők. És akkor hogyan alakult ki a 7 másik törzs?
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
Luis, you dog! Your lies will soil His Highness's name no longer!
You believe it false? What would I stand to gain from lies?
Elda are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Hear me! His appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake.
He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness.
No need to distress yourself. I'll show you the proof.
Hogy?
You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is built.
Azért ahhoz nekem is lesz egy-két szavam.
Utopia?
What's happening?
What?
What ails him?
Witness the truth! Good people, you would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
The fuck?
He's a monster! It's a human! It's going to be...
The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors. He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne!
It's not true! It has to be one of the Count's illusions!
What illusion?
Egyetértek.
That's no prince! It's a monster! It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
Oh. To help anyone in need. Was it too idealistic? Was it too naive to win? Oh. Rejtélyes női hang, aki segített az archetype-ok felébresztésében, meg néha, ha meghalunk, akkor Moore helyett beszél. Louis called it trickery, and even my very body.
Child. 'Tis not thy true self. 'Tis not thy true fate.
Who are you? What do you know about it?
In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man. The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
Közben azon gondolkodom, hogy akkor Louis ezzel a varázslattal mindenkiből embert csinálhat? Ez biztos, hogy mi nem vagyunk emberek. Mert 95%-ig biztos, hogy mi nem vagyunk emberek. De akkor viszont, ha bárkiből így embert csinálhat, akkor nagyon könnyen ment végig az országon, és szerzett azzal magának hírnevet, hogy folyamatosan megölte az embereket, akiket talán ő hozott létre.
What's that about?
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
Mégis milyen purpose? That's right. I took on a mission to save the prince.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through.
Miért egyezik meg a percek hangja a mi hangunkkal?
It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it. After all, you're mine.
Best friend?
Wake up! Wake up! Hey!
Uh-oh!
Are you well?
Szerintem a kérdésekkel várhatunk.
Yeah, I think so.
You seem coherent at least. We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
És azután visszaváltoztam magamtól? Vagy mit láttatok így kívülről?
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it.
Oh, szép munka, Eupha.
He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell. I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
I will not let you die.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. None remain to oppose me.
Dehogy nem. Én kérem vissza a párbajomat.
Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
Hey.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Yep.
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Attention now! This looks dire!
Mit csinál ez az egy darab hétköznapi ruhába öltözött személy így a katonák között?
How could you deceive us?
Te vagy a sírásó, oké.
I knew all along
knew that filthy lowborn was hiding something.
Ó, van ott egy másik is. Csak őt nem vettem észre.
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too.
No shit.
I know. We'll head to my home and the prince's refuge, the Elden Sanctum.
Oh. Új helyszín. Ó, az még sokkal több, mint amivel kezdtük a versenyt. Gondolom ez majd szépen csökkenni fog, folyamatosan.
Count Louis has saved the country. He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it.
Count Louis is our true savior.
Sounds like we've got our next king then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they?
That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic. What a terrifying force.
De hogy kerültél
I'll
ide?
remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
És mégis mit tanácsolsz? Hogyan harcoljunk ez ellen? Oh, yeah.
Why?
How did this happen? Anyhow, there's no time to waste. Let's say this curse with the ancient Elder Sanctum. Don't lose hope. Hát, nagyon nehéz most még mindig reménykedni, valljuk be. Ez egy túlságosan jó.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the gauntlet runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder tribe. Wonders never cease.
Szóval ez egy túlságosan jó terv volt Louistól, ide csődíteni a tömegeket, utána meg úgy tenni, mintha a főszereplőnk egy ember lenne. Anélkül, hogy egyébként bizonyítani tudnánk az ellenkezőjét. Nem tudjuk bizonyítani, hogy ezt az ő varázslatot csinálta, mert sokan azt hihetik, hogy csak valami védelmet vett le rólunk, ami miatt előjött ez a forma, ami az eredeti formánk. És jelenleg nekem fogalmam sincs, hogy mit tudnak kezdeni a helyzettel a szereplők. Úgyhogy erre nagyon kíváncsi leszek. Illetve, hogy találkozunk-e a herceggel, mielőtt meghal. Vagy csak utána.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the broom now.
What?
Let alone the prince.
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too. Louis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Can you walk, lad?
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the right here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into
that thing. I apologize.
Nem emlékszünk rá, szóval no need.
My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you.
Whoa!
Forgive me.
Pont te.
I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
Wow. Wow.
I don't blame you. It certainly caught me by surprise.
And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
Én ebben nem bíznék
But
annyira.
what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight mirror yield any news?
Miért nem sietünk csak hozzá egyszerűen? Miért nézegetjük még a tükröt?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
I'm worried about the prince. His life is in our hands. He believes in a world where people can make their own future, just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become a reality. Okay.
Hang on a second.
Jó van, na, csak körbenézek. Mert tudod, itt is simán lehetnek bogarak.
Hang on a second.
Jó. Oké, akkor úgy veszem, hogy nincsenek. Fine. Ezek azok a virágok, amik a király sírjánál is, illetve koporsóján is voltak?
Huh? This looks like... Who are you?
Aww.
Are you alright?
Nope. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of magla is strong here.
Mármint ez a jó magla, vagy ez rossz magla?
It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here.
Itt találkoztatok először, ha jól értettem.
Anyway, let's keep moving.
De te miért nem emlékszel semmire, Gallica? What?
So here you are at last.
Fuck. Hogy pont mi vezetjük Ezorbát a herceghez? Pont ezt akartuk elkerülni azzal, hogy várjunk 2 hetet. Shit.
Why?
Before I left home, I never knew that these flowers represented royalty. But what are they doing within the ancient sanctum? No clue. Nem tudok a kardon utazni. Szomorú. Semmi.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
Igen, mert te nem voltál a beszélgetésen Louis és Zorba között, amikor kiderült, hogy Fordán lerombolta az egészet.
It was burned to the ground. One day a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elder tribe.
Louis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alsace? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
Oké, nekünk közben megint fájt a fejünk.
What?
Oh.
That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. Now...
Hű. Úgy látszik, esélye sem volt.
The cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
I don't like this.
We move. Egy kicsit gyorsabban gondoltad, gondolom. Haha! Hé! Játék. Oké. Sehol máshol? Senki? Semmi? Oké. Az egy másik tündér volt? Igen. I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we all swarm on them as a big group like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on. Ahogy itt igazából egy csomó tündér van, csak valamiért ez sosem került szóba. Aha, ott volt a barlang. It's a fairly old huge man. It seems he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg?
Yep.
By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
De legalább nem kellett végignéznünk, ahogy meggyilkolják. Az is valami.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded.
Yep, azok mi voltunk.
I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure, came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade.
Oh.
We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Louis.
Yes, Orba. Igen, már ennyiből tudjuk.
From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy, twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Louis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Mire gondolsz pontosan? Mármint még Louis sem jött vissza a halálból, csak kiderült, hogy nem is halt meg. Mármint én örülnék neki, de nem hiszem, Kalika.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you?
Uh-huh.
'Tis just as Cinderella said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Before I go to the prince, I think I'll help wrestle Lady's body to rest. Pont kérdezni akartam, hogy akkor őt megíthatjuk, de nem.
You're going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Oké. Ezzel végeztünk. Merre tudnánk még menni? Ha jól látom, sem erre. Úgyhogy nézzük, tudunk-e még bármit tenni a hercegért?
It's nearly time.
Oh! Hello?
Long have I waited.
Ki vagy te? Oh!
Hey, you.
Are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? It's all because of them that another calamity has befallen us. Now that I get a closer look at you, are you Elda? I had heard that the prince was the only Elda within the resistance. What? De hát mi is itt laktunk. Mármint amíg még állt a falu a felszínen. What?
Beg pardon?
Hold on, did you really come here from the outside the sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. Are you truly Elda?
You must hurry. The time has come.
No. This resistance member can keep on sacrificing themselves for all I care. It's not my problem. I guess that came out sounding a little cold. Nem csak a little, nagyon. I suppose I can help carry the bodies away. There's too many for that old Egypt to handle all his own. Right past this door here is the living quarters. Lady Criad, maybe, made it strictly clear that it's not to be opened under any circumstances. You heard me, hurry along now. Senki nem ismer fel.
This day. There is still time.
Galika! How are the others? The others? They're fine. It was just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, we have to gather petals from the flower patch in the forest.
Sure.
Maybe later, okay? I'm still on a mission. You've changed. You're even starting to talk like one of them. So weird. You're strange now. Oh, neved magadra, Galika.
Hello there.
The prayer room is located for Drain. At the moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause a disturbance. Nem tervezek. Yeah. Village merchant. It.
Now what am I
fuck?
to do?
The fuck? Okay. De most komolyan miért van itt egy... Miért van itt egy merchant? Na jó, menjünk a plot irányába.
This way.
No. Your Highness.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica! You've returned!
Milady Gruaday. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruaday.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes.
És mégis honnan tudod, hogy mikor van a rightful day?
Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man, he is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Yes.
Do you know nothing
Igen,
of the
same in
child's mother?
English. Nem.
The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames, and it cost her her life.
Oh.
Her death is on that man's hands.
Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless.
Most nem azért, de a védelmi varázslatok az erdőben pocsékak, hogyha a király is annól csak így besétált, most Zorba is csak úgy besétált. Mégis mit csináltok?
The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... No, it can't be. And yet...
What? Kérlek, mondd ki, mert már beszéltünk a herceggel egy látomásban. Azóta párszor beszél hozzánk egy ismeretlen női hang, úgyhogy örülnénk, ha valaki most már tisztázná, hogy mi folyik itt.
Is something amiss, Milady Gruede? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Igen! Tehát így ott voltunk, mármint én, mint játékos nem, de visszaemlékezésben láttuk, hogy ott voltunk, találkoztunk. Meg továbbra is elméletileg itt nőttünk fel mi is. Gyakorlatilag most már biztos, hogy nem.
Hurry.
I hear that voice again coming from somewhere.
Hey, are you okay?
Egyre inkább nem.
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee.
Oh. Ez a helyszín, ahol egyébként mindenki felébresztette az archetype-ját. Az eddigiekből nem tűnt fel, de most ez a kép, ez így.
Now remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
Okay.
What do you mean?
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
I look now to the past. I see the roads I traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
It came to nothing.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
He lies dead before me.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
Azért. Igen, ez volt a célunk, igen, nem jártunk sikerrel, viszont én azért még továbbra is szeretném megállítani Louist, valamilyen módon bebizonyítani a lakosságnak, hogy nem vagyok ember, és a többi. Leginkább ez a kettő, jelenleg, de azért van még célom. El kell vinnünk Mariát utazni a Renőrön, mindenféleképpen, hogy a függőben lévő egyéb follower rangokról még ne is beszéljek.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, weren't thy efforts all for naught?
His will lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth.
Hogy ez egy teszt volt. Csodálatos. Ha rosszul válaszolok, akkor game over? Kinézem a játékból egyébként.
He was consumed by the curse and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began to flow once more.
Mi vagyunk a hercegnek a lelke? Csak simán a lelke?
Thy journey has taken thee far and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I am no one, I am just a traveler.
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind and think. To name but a few, thy parents, memories of thy youth. Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes, thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I don't have a past.
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation.
Akkor mégsem a herceg lelke. Akkor mégis mi vagyunk mi?
'Twas Gallica alone who the resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin.
What?
All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own.
Good, nagyon helyes. Ha a hang kijelenti, hogy amúgy ezek nem számítanak, akkor biztos vagyok benne, hogy ő a játéknak az igazi fő ellensége.
All thy trials, all thy experiences were to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Akkor mégis a herceg lelke vagyunk? Most már összezavarodtam még jobban. The trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they'd known I came from nothing, then I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? And the same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touted such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
My true identity
So I bid
is...
thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I am the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey! What's going on?
What awaits us now?
Harc, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form
Divine
of
relic?
another, as I once was.
Ó, akkor te vagy a királynő?
The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Oh. A heterokrómiát megtarthattuk volna.
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
Te is hallod őt. Nagyon jó, nem vagyunk egyedül.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
A legelső ember elleni harcnál, amikor felébredt az archetype, ugye?
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone, and thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance. The boy needed a guide, Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose.
Hogy erre ezért emlékeztünk. Okay.
A memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved, and so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
How do we make sense of this?
Hát ebben nem tudok segíteni.
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I feel a bit lighter.
Nagyon világos ez a profilkép. Ezt rengeteg időbe telik majd megszokni.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself, but I also sense His Highness within him.
És akkor most elloptuk a testét, vagy továbbra is csak egy adag magla vagyunk? By the way.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was... this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Igen, és a cutscene questben, ami azt mutatta be, hogy a főszereplőnket hogyan hozták létre igazából, nagyon jól szórakoztam, mert így megmagyarázza, hogy miért van az összes tipikus főszereplő trait benne. Tehát, hogy nincsenek szülők, heterokrómia, hősiesség, bátorság, mert igazából egy gyerek fantáziájából született. Egy gyerek hősképe megtestesítve.
Then, that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting.
Én azt hittem, hogy ez a király akkor még minket körülvevő mágiájára vonatkozott.
What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself. A part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
Ez egy jó kapcsolat.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself.
Én adnám.
Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
Egy idealizált verziója, igen, de ezt akkor még nem tudtuk, szóval...
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please.
Oh.
Please, forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
Oh, come on, Hulkenberg. Wow. Ezt majd New Game Plus-ban fogom választani. Nagyon kíváncsi vagyok rá, hogy mi lesz a vége.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
Az biztos.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Oh. Jaj, ez aranyos.
You can just keep calling me Captain.
Ha! Fura, hogy itt a szövegben sem az a neve van, amit én, mint játékos választottam neki.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
Akkor megparancsoljuk, úgy jobb lesz?
This is no time to be thick-headed, my girl. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
Ahogy Neuras mondja, pontosan?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Yes! De egy persze megmentette vele az életünket.
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
Yep. Na, és most mi a terv?
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood, and elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
Jó, ezen csak lépjünk tovább.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self in all senses.
Igen.
No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Ja, ezért szeretett minket a teleportáló cucc.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
Ó, és akkor még meg sem említettem a beszélő női hangot a fejemben.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right?
It happened.
I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruiday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Bizony, mindenki hallotta az archetype felébredéseknél.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Ó, most vettem csak észre, hogy eltűnt a kis fejpántunk is. Aww.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
Yep.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruiday, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Jó, hű! Igen, ezt még szokni kell. Viszont ez sok mindent megmagyaráz a játék elejéről. Például, hogy miért csak Galika tudta, hogy kit keresünk, miért Galikát ismerte fel Gréus leginkább. Ott tündér kiabált, nem baj. Hogy a karakterünknek egyáltalán miért is volt opció az, hogy nem tudjuk, hogy milyen küldetésen vagyunk, azon kívül, hogy éppen akkor zuhantunk, nem tudom milyen magasról. Abban biztos vagyok, hogy a női hang akkor ez a királynő. És ezek után nagyon kíváncsi vagyok, hogy mit tudunk még meg az Elda Tribe-ról, illetve hogy mi lesz a csapat terve. Azt mondjuk, hogy szóval itt van az igazi herceg, az előző tényleg egy imposztor volt, Louisnak igaza volt, én most már tényleg az igazi vagyok, eskü, becsszó, vagy mihez fogunk ezek után kezdeni, mert igen. One misunderstood by the people. They must prove thy known existence together with the new hero's soul. You're the real prince now. Igen, kíváncsi vagyok, hogy innen hogy szedjük megint össze magunkat. Még valamit szerintem mondani akartam ott a cutscene-ek között, csak nem igazán volt rá lehetőség. Nem baj, majd egyszer. Ha eszembe jut, akkor a következő epizódban, amit akkor ismét egy kis lore-dumppal fogunk kezdeni. Így köszönöm, hogy velem tartottatok, találkozzunk legközelebb is. Sziasztok!